Hello, this is Miss Nivens, and we're going to practice taking notes today. Um, we're going to classify rational numbers, and we're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers, which is a review from 7th grade. First, this is how we want our notes to be laid out. You're going to draw a T-chart in your notes, and we're going to copy what's highlighted. So we're going to start at the top. Unit A, Lesson 1, classify rational numbers, add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers. And then just draw a T-chart. You might want to save this to very last. This is what it would look like in your notes. First, we're going to start with natural numbers. Natural numbers are counting numbers. Examples 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to draw a box and include natural numbers, and this is what it will look like in your notes. Next are whole numbers. Whole numbers are natural numbers, including 0. So if it's a natural number, it's also a whole number. And the only difference is 0. And then include your natural numbers in your box for whole numbers. And this is what it will look like. Next are integers. Integers are all the whole numbers and their opposites. So that's going to be your positive and negative numbers. So include that in your graphic with integers and an example. And again, this is what it would look like. And finally, we have rational numbers. Rational numbers are anything that can be written as a fraction. Example, 1/2, 35/100, 1/3, and 3/10 repeating. This includes fractions, repeating, and terminating decimals. So we're going to include that in our chart. And this is what your notes look like. Notice I've run out of room, so I'm going to have to go to the next page. So I just start with a vertical line on the next page. There's the vertical line. So we're going to start with adding integers. The same signs, we're going to add and keep the sign. So we have an example, -2 plus -4. Signs are the same, so I just add them. 2 plus 4 is 6, and it's going to be -6. The next one is -17 plus -22. Well, 17 plus 22 is 39, and that would give me -39. And there it is on your notes. And then we're going to do different signs. If the signs are different, we're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. And here's an example. -9 plus 5. Well, 9 plus 5 is, 9 minus 5 is 4. And since it's 9 is larger, it's going to be -4. And then -12 plus 29. Well, 29 minus 12 is 17. And since 29 is larger, it's positive. And this is what that will look like in your notes. Next is subtracting integers. For subtracting integers, we've got to add the opposite or change to addition. You may have used the phrase same, change, flip, or keep, change, change, but we're going to change all of these to addition. So the first one we have is -2 minus -4. So that's going to be -2 plus +4. And a lot of times we'll see those two negatives side by side, so we just swipe through and make it an addition sign. And now we have to follow the addition rules. That is +2. The signs are different, so we subtract. The next one is -17 minus 22. So that's -17 plus the opposite of 22 is -22. And since the signs are the same, we add, and 17 plus 22 is 39, and that will be -39. And we have these examples here. Next, we're going to do multiplying and dividing of integers. These are the easiest ones. If the signs are the same, your answer is positive. If the signs are different, your answer is negative. So we try the first one. -2 times -4 is 2 times 4 is 8. Since the signs are the same, it's +8. Same signs. The signs are different. Well, -7 times 2. Well, 7 times 2 is 14. The signs are different, so it is -14. And there's our example in our notes. Looks like I've run out of room, so I'm going to the next page. And this is where I'm going to give my question. So if you have any questions that you want to ask about the lesson, you need to write those questions here. I gave an example as what is an irrational number. Now, I want you to try a couple. The first one, we're going to classify each number as a natural, whole, integer, or rational. And you're going to list all that apply. So you're going to classify -8, 22, and 0.16 repeating. Now, I've given an example here so you would understand what I want my answer to be. 2 is natural. It's also a whole number. It's an integer, and it's rational. But 0.13, which is 1300ths, is only rational. And then I want you to try these 8 problems. And we will go over those answers tomorrow during warm-up. Thank you very much.